spawn, so we had to play that very carefully.
Wow.
So we don't want that. We don't want first aid sprays.
He shoots himself in the head 5 seconds later. What's up, boy? Like if you just speed through it.
Yeah.
Insane.
Alright, so make another save.
Yo, what are those books called? Sudden Mystery.
Uncover... What was it? Undercover Thrill.
Have you read my newest book, Undercover Thrill? I don't think I would read a book called Undercover Thrill.
Alright, so there's a chance that the crawler will respawn at the bottom of the steps. He did not this time.
Nice. I'm actually gonna...
even if he respawned, we would just go back into the save room, and then it would despawn him immediately, so it's not a huge deal.
I'm gonna edit what I just said and say, I'm not gonna read a book.
So interestingly...
And that's the end of the sentence.
On Madhouse, on standard mode, a molded will spawn across that corner right there. So Madhouse actually makes this a little bit easier, but also trickier. Because when you get the 1 key, they devise a dastardly trap for you. But I will also be manipulating the spawns for that. Alright, so we want to use the lockpick. So this is another thing on Madhouse. You're only given 3 lockpicks in the game, and all the lockpick chests are unbelievably good. I think there's 5 lockpick chests, and you're only given 3 keys, so you gotta pick and choose. The 15 enhanced handgun ammos is probably objectively the worst, but since we have so little right now, we really want to get it, because we need it for the molded and Jack coming up. So this, another thing, if we pick up those shotgun shells, it will spawn a crawler molded, so we're gonna get that way, way later.
Can I just say that I would accept living in this house. I mean, not with the molded and stuff, but beforehand, I don't think I ever really thought about it, but this place is friggin' huge.
It's awesome. This house is so awesome.
I mean, this house has a crematorium in it, you know? That's something.
There's another interesting fact about this. Okay, so there's a molded that spawns right there, and a molded that pincers you over there. So we want to close the door to wait for it to despawn. I'm missing some advanced or enhanced ammo. I don't know why.
What game has... It's called Enhanced.
Enhanced.
Enhanced. Is that what it's called in this one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Enhanced.
Man, there's another game that I have
so first, on Madhouse, if we do 2... Okay, cool. Of course this happens. Okay. Not good, but whatever. So enhanced handgun ammo does 3 times the damage. So over here is a crawler moded, but if we move in this way, he does not get aggroed, and we can headshot him. Alright.
Oh, nice. 1 hit.
Yeah. With only enhanced handgun ammo, obviously.
Is this the Jack fight?
Yep. Coming up anyway.
That was gonna be your father.
This is literally me when I get home from work, by the way. This is me today after Skyward Sword came out, and I'm just like, I have all these scars and stuff all over me. I'm like, boy.
You walk around house shirtless with all your scars around you, and you just chop off your son's arm.
Everything except for the last part. I just walk around with all my scars, and I'm like, ugh. I get home from work, and Ash is like, how was work? And I go, retail. Retail has changed. And that's it. And then I go into my meat locker.
A RIP police officer. I feel horrible for him.
Well, at least he was dead the second he was hit. It wasn't like he was like...
Yeah, that's true.
And then I go to my crematorium in the basement. And then I grab my dog head.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing this fight pretty weirdly. Because it's safe.
Hey, getting away.
Alright, so we want to do 4 headshots. Okay. It's good enough. Alright, so we're actually going to be doing the rest of this fight with the knife, and you'll see why. He does the same attack over and over if you do not get hit. Gotta be calm, gotta be calm. This fight's all about being calm. Because if you're crouching when he starts attacking, he'll do a different attack, so you have to time the dodges.
Oh, that's me.
Alright, chainsaw's on right for some reason. It's usually on down, which is why I fled for a little bit. Oh, yes! Thank God. That fight, if you let Jack do anything, is so hard. This is my hands in real life right now.
Was he just like shaking?
It's because of the chainsaw, but when I saw that the first time, I was like, is he as nervous as I am right now?
Ethan knows no, what's the word? He knows no emotions besides confusion.
Oh, and by the way, the reason I didn't use the chainsaw in that fight is that it's another fight with a bunch of custom animations for the chainsaw. So if you just swing it around, Jack will do like a bunch of stuff you don't want him to do at all.
What'd you get from that? That dog head?
Yeah, the dog head. So we're gonna go back to the regular house to pick up the 2 other dog heads and then leave. And then we're saved. Alright, so coming up over here, there's going to be a molded spawning across this door. We're just going to run past him, because even if he damages us, he did not. But we are getting a free heal, because we're getting a steroid in a second. Alright, so the house is actually pretty much completely safe. Even the room where the molded used to spawn do not spawn anymore, because this is a different trigger. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of pretty much everything except for the antique coins. I want to grab the scorpion key, and that's it. Oh, hey there. Not Evelyn.
Do you think do you think it's possible to do this game without visiting the item box? Like if that was a challenge or something?
That's a trophy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then it definitely is.
I mean, I did it on casual, so it's like, you don't really... I kind of did it.
Yeah.
Doing this, no item box, Madhouse, new game, probably very hard.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I did not mean to do that.
Lots of items.
Yeah, this is a, we're just looting the house right now. Very comfy, very relaxing after that.
I also just inject steroids into my arm. I'm like, oh, vial of steroids, huh? Sounds good. And then I'm
gonna go back to the item box real quick.
Then I become the all-time home run champion in MLB.
Yeah, that was a hardcore amount of steroids too. Oh, yeah, we still need the scorpion key. Okay. I want to grab the pendulum over here.
You know the funny thing about baseball?
Offload the dog head.
I'll just say this real quick. So baseball back then, when everyone was cheating, like all the hitters were cheating and stuff, was like super fun. And now they're like cracking down even more hardcore. Like there was this thing where pitchers were using like certain substances to make the ball like spin more. And like apparently they keep track of spin rate on pitches, so you can be like, this pitcher's ball spins 25% more than it should. And that's how they can tell that they're using, like, some sort of material that they have on their hat or something like that. And so they're cracking down on all this stuff, and guess what? You know what the result is? Baseball sucks now.
Yeah, it's so boring.
It's so boring. And I'm not one of those guys to be like, something's boring, but the way they have it set up is so freaking boring. So, the moral of the story is, ladies and gentlemen, just cheat.
Yeah, just use steroids.
Just cheat.
It's more fun that way.
I mean, who do you like better? Billy Mitchell or that guy who was against Billy Mitchell in The King of Kong? I mean, you're rooting for Billy Mitchell, right?
Yeah, even though Billy Mitchell definitely is a cheater.
Oh, absolutely.
Despite what he claims otherwise through lawsuits.
I mean, what's that one guy's name? The dragster guy, Todd Howard. It's literally Todd Howard, right? No.
What? Dragster?
The other old guy that's like Billy Mitchell, but he cheats even worse. He's like the kind of fat guy with a ponytail.
I never watched King Kong, so I have no idea.
Nah, he's not even in that. He's just well known as being like the biggest cheater. I think his name's Todd Howard.
Really? That's funny.
I think so. Let me double check.
Guess that's a fairly common name when you think about it.
I also might be wrong. Todd Rogers, excuse me. He do you not know about that story? It's very minor.
No.
He back in the day, he sent in a world record to like Activision for Dragster, okay? It was like 5.2 seconds or something like that, right? And he became known as like being like one of the best like video game players in the world. And then years later, because of people being good at stuff like this, they figured out that the time he put in was not physically possible with the game. And they were like, hey, can you do us a favor and just get that time again? And you know how like people like that do? They're like, oh, I don't play that anymore. Or, oh, I can only do it at home with my Atari or whatever. You know what I mean. And literally, he cannot, like, redo it because even if you break the game down, like, on a computer, it, like, is like, that is an impossible score. And then all of his other scores were found out to be impossible, too, because he's just a big cheater.
That's pretty epic.
You made it. You're the first I've ever seen make it this far.
So what is it you need me to do? Is it gonna help me get out of here?
Yes.
Now that speedrunning is a bigger thing, it's becoming even worse for, like, cheating.
Our bodies are
Like, back in the day, it was just you would, like,
the property unless I get it out.
record it, and it could be a task or whatever. But now, like, people will literally be, like, on stream, and they'll be like, yes, I said it! And they'll, like, have the picture of their hands and everything, and they'll still find out later that it was cheated, you know?
Yes, it's such a rampant problem for so many things.
It's so hard. It's like, and like I said, I've seen ones where people are on cam with a camera on their hands, and they still find out it's cheating in the future. It's like, gosh dang it, that's crazy.
You can't miss it.
All right.
I just hope you can handle my mother.
All right. So interestingly, on Madhouse, they give you the grenade launcher right now. In fact, I'm looking at it. So because of that, we are actually never going to be getting the burner, because once you have the burner in your inventory, all crates have a chance of dropping more burner ammo. And on Madhouse, you do not want to use the burner ever for anything. I forgot to grab the coin. Alright, so we have 8 antique coins, which is just enough to get the assault coin. The assault coin is pretty essential to get ASAP, because it increases your attack by 15%, which is pretty huge, because we're going to be fighting Marguerite soon. Especially the second fight is very DPS reliant.
Dude, the Marguerite fight was always my most hated.
It's, yeah. And even if you know what's going on, there's a lot of RNG and luck, and depending on what she does in terms of running away and spawning somewhere else, she can definitely screw you over. But, I should be good.
What if you did one of those and put like 8 coins in, and there was just nothing inside of it?
That'd be awesome. It is weird that it like takes a little bit for the item to be pick-upable.
Yeah.
It takes like 5 seconds.
So like this is like the
Why did I put away the grenade launcher? I'm glad that I noticed before I went in.
It's not the
today.
main house, but like what is that? What is that, like the garden house? Like holy crap.
Yeah, they called it the old house. So I'm presuming that this house was built later, but yeah, the bakers are loaded. And they'll go into the architecture, like who designed this house. It's pretty stupid, but I love it too.
Do they say it at some point? It's at the bottom.
Yeah, I wanted to grab the burner, solid fuel, to make more grenade stuff. We also don't need a knife anymore.
Please tell me it's not Oswald Spencer. Or, no, not, oh, I forget who the guy is who designed the mansion.
If you're thinking George Trevor, it is literally George Trevor.
Oh, come on! That's so stupid.
It's a note that you find in the attic, And when I read it, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
That's so stupid because, like, in Remake, they literally, like, make it that George Trevor doesn't, like, survive. Like, Oswald Spencer, like, locks him in, you know? Which, by the way, how Kino is it that the two main guys' names who, like, started this Umbrella stuff is Spencer and Trevor?
Too bad it's Spenker.
Well, it would be really weird if it was otherwise.
I know.
I'd be
Our
like,
dad's
that's
just a weirdo.
I'd be like, that's too weird.
Alright, so we used our grenade round right there because there's a hive that you need to destroy to get underneath there. So that's where you get the shadow object, which is to progress this game, or the next portion. So we're actually going to use a grenade round right here, which seems weird, but strong chem fluids can craft 2 grenade rounds, so we basically traded 1 grenade round for another. We're going to use that one right there. Okay.
What's your other choice if you don't have that? Like, legitimately...
Oh, you pick up the burner. I just don't want to pick up the burner.
And what? I'm sorry, you said why, but why was the reason again?
Because the crates, when you break the crates, it's a random item through a item table, and if you pick up the burner fuel gets added to that table, so you can just pick up useless ammo I'll never use.
Gotcha.
So it's... I didn't actually mean to pick that up, but it doesn't really matter. That's one part of the burner, but I'm just going to be junking that. So we pretty much just did this to clear it out for later. Because Marguerite is not spawned... Why is there a bee ball over here? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't do that much damage. Why is this happening?
Dog!
I actually have no idea why that happened. Alright. So we're going to get our first backpack, which is very nice. Inventory management becomes a lot easier. Alright, so... junk that. Combine this. We want the shotgun back because we have the room now. Shotgun shells. So far our crate drops have been pretty bad. I really want to get a strong first aid spray because you can use the separating agent to get a strong chem fluid. But we did not get one of those yet, which is sad. Get rid of one of those. What time is it, by the way?
9:25. You can go as long as you need.
Okay. I was planning to cut these parts into 30-minute segments because I wanted these parts to be in 60 FPS, but it's too late. I forgot.
Oh.
Because when you re-render stuff, you always do it in 30 FPS, but it's whatever.
I'm sorry. I might be able to figure it out. I just do it whatever like comes on Windows.
Yeah, maybe I'll do this myself. I don't know. I have no idea why these flies came through the window. That's literally never happened before, but at least they're easy to take out. I also have no idea why the B-ball's there. I guess I'll just run through it. Because normally you just use the burner, but once again, I've gotten hit 5 times, I'm still not in caution, so it does very little damage even on Madhouse. Hey there, wife.
I don't remember this.
More bullshit, Mia. I want some answers.
I know, you're right, and I always wanted to tell you, but I can only remember a little, and the rest is just gone.
Dad, right? You mind if I borrow Mommy for a little bit? Don't just stand there. Do something.
It's a pretty minor cutscene, all things considered. It's just to remind you that Lucas exists, and Mia is now in his captivity. Alright, so at this point, because we have the shadow object, Marguerite will spawn behind one of these doors. We want to do this door, because the other way is safer to run to where we need to go, as long as we sprint over there.
She literally just is like, not even fighting you, just
So I think that
away.
I think that bug ball's still there, which sucks, but whatever. Oh, I think it despawned. Cool. Did you hear that door open? We just made it.
Ooh.
Alright, so shadow object. I'm kind of bad at these. Alright, this one's pretty easy. At least we only have to do 2 on Madhouse.
I literally don't have a frontal lobe in my brain, so I can't do those.
What?
Well, no, I was just... Because it's like... With those, it's like 3D spatial recognition.
Yeah.
And like, that's all it is. It's like, do you have a functioning brain? I'm not saying that if it takes you 30 seconds or whatever, it's whatever, but like... You'll just eventually get it, because you're like, oh, okay, you know?
Scary millipedes.
Actually, I don't think that's frontal lobe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the,
Yeah, I know.
for all the brain surgeons out there watching right now. In between brain surgeries.
Hey, shotgun shells. That's nice. Shotgun shells is the best thing other than strong first aid spray.
Nice.
The worst thing is regular first aid spray.
I watch Complete Inbox Let's Plays in between my rounds as a world-famous surgeon. Every one of our subscribers. Thank you, lads.
Alright, so we have the crank now to... Well, we're up, I think, like only 2 of these. This is one of them. Alright, so over here, a bladed molded will spawn, but we're just going to ignore it and go this way. Which is why we cleared out this way first. Let's close that door. I don't think it actually matters, but it makes me feel nice. So Marguerite is actually right next to this door every single time. So you really just want to wait her out. She will always walk this way, you just have to be patient. She does have really annoyingly good eyesight of seeing you through the crack of the door on the back of her head. That has happened to me once. So we're just going to play this very patiently. Alright, she's over there now. Alright, so there's a beehive that spawned now, but we're just going to run through it. And just close this door because Marguerite actually will not follow us. Take out these insects. This is like one of the only times that regular handgun bullets becomes useful at all. Otherwise, we're mostly just using it to break open crates because we don't want to have the knife in our inventory. Cool. So we got the crow key and some gunpowder for more enhanced ammo. So one thing you can do with enhanced ammo or gunpowder, oh, I don't have a 10 stack, but if you have a 10 stack of handgun bullets, you can mix the gunpowder with the 10 stack to get 5 enhanced rounds. So, okay, Marguerite's right there, but we're just going to run through this.
That was pretty freaky.
Alright, so switch to enhanced rounds. Reload this for no reason at all.
Dude, Ethan, I just noticed, Ethan, like, literally grabs her with both his hands. Gross.
It is gross. One thing I really like about this game, I don't think it's happening right now, is he has fluctuating, like, skin conditions for what happens to him. We're done.
We did it, boys.
So yeah, you're gonna see me use that, like, just basically, like, damage dumping, where I switch between all 3 weapons, because this game, I mean, especially this shotgun only has 2 shells, the grenade launcher only has 1.
Dude, that shotgun shoots so fast.
It is quite nice. So I especially, there's 2 shotguns in this game. There's one that can hold 4 shells and one that can hold 2, and I definitely like the one that holds 2 better. So in terms of actual damage, it's very little difference. I think the shotgun that I have right now sprays out 1 extra pellet compared to the original one. So it only does like 10% more damage, but the pellets are way more condensed. So especially when you're aiming, like even if it's like mid-range, you'll do a lot more damage.
I think I have that around here somewhere.
You do?
I don't know about the arm, though. Have you searched the whole house?
No, not yet. I still need to check the 2nd floor here.
All right. Check it out.
Have you still searched the entire house?
Yeah, have you done everything yet? Instead of me.
So speaking of accents, the other day Ash was watching some video of some
Ooh, nice. Thank you.
some Australian vlogger, And I was just sitting there and I was listening to it and I was like, Ash, what if your best friend was Australian and had that exact accent? Because it was so thick, and she was like, I wouldn't. And I was like, what if I had that accent? She was like, I wouldn't let you talk ever. And I was like, that's fair. Because it was like, oh! And I was like, oh god. And she was talking about some YouTube drama, but she was like, oh, that's YouTube drama! And I was like, oh my god, please.
So at this point, because we already fought Marguerite once, there's a bunch of hives in here, but they despawned. So we can go in there and get the solid fuel in one shell. Madhouse is sure generous.
I think I saw one time when you picked up handgun that it said 2 handgun bullets.
Yeah.
I might have been wrong.
Madhouse is pretty, I mean, even standard mode is pretty stingy. They never really give you much ammo in this, but Madhouse, not only do they not give you much ammo, but they hide it in the most obtuse places. So especially when I was learning this game, I was using the X-ray glasses, which is, it lets you see all the items for the first couple runs, because I just could not remember where the antique coins or anything else was. Alright, so another treasure photo. You don't need to keep the treasure photo in your inventory, so we're just going to discard that, but you need to pick it up to actually spawn the item. Alright, over here we're just going to grab the broken handgun, and then go back to the trailer to offload.
You didn't have enough space.
I grabbed it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I didn't have enough space to grab all the other stuff that was on the table. Another antique coin here.
We did it, lads.
Convenient.
Very. This actually kind of reminds me of Village, where like you just keep fighting yourself in the middle part.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, cool.
They're both, even though they're very different, they're also very similar too. Okay, so we just want to offload a couple things. That's fine.
What do you use the broken handgun for?
You get a repair kit, and then you can repair it later in the Lucas section. It is better than the handgun we're using right now. It's about like 20% stronger, but they give it to you so late that it almost feels pointless, but I'm still going to use it. The one handgun that you unlock, the Albert, I think it's called the Albert 01R or something, is twice as strong as this, but can only hold 3 rounds. And initially I was doing my runs with it just for a little bit of safety, but it really makes some fights, especially like the Jack fight, a complete joke, because it immediately reveals the weak point for Jack, so I was like, I can't use this.
I saw it in your inventory earlier, yeah. Or in your box, yeah.
Alright, so we have 5 antique coins, which is just enough to get the stabilizer. The stabilizer increases your reload speed, and especially in this game, that is actually very good. I could get the steroids, but I much rather have... Did I accidentally put the coins in the box? I did.
Absolute rip.
Weird. Alright, so I can use that. Okay, so don't need the pro key ever again. Separating agent for the strong first aid spray. I'm really glad that we got at least 1. I've definitely had runs where I've gotten 0. That's no fun. Do that. Put like 2 first aid sprays in my inventory just in case. No crane, and then just save. Oh hey, bunch more as well. Alright, so I'm pretty much ready for the Marguerite fight.
Let's go!
Things can go badly, but if I do get lucky, it will be amazing. But the chance of you getting lucky is very slim. But the beginning of the fight is constant, like the same thing happens, so that's nice at least. Alright, so yeah, flame rounds, shotgun loaded. I only have 9 enhanced rounds, which sucks. I have 2 gunpowders. I just don't have a lot of handgun ammo. Maybe I'll get some here. Ooh, not bad. Alright, so we can use one of the gunpowders on that, so that's a little bit nice. 14. Still, that's weird. I have a lot of shotgun shells, but not a whole lot of enhanced handgun.
What would you rather have?
Both are good. Alright, so Marguerite will spawn right over here. I'm gonna grab this real quick. We want to back off immediately. If I get grabbed, I'm probably just gonna retry.
So from the second she shows up, all that damage counts then.
Yeah. Alright, so she every single time spawns above us right here. So we're gonna...
Oh god, that's like frightening as hell.
Okay. One off. Oh, nice. Okay, I think she's going back upstairs. Okay, cool. Hopefully she spawns right there. Nope. Okay, did not get lucky. Okay. Oh god, she's right there. She spawned after. Okay. Not a huge deal, as long as we have some ammo equipped.
That was weird.
Okay. She was actually doing a lunge attack that... I can't believe I did that twice.
Definitely the most disgusting part of the game.
Okay. Sure is gross. Alright, so... where is she? Probably over there. Alright. Okay, so we're really low on ammo. Oh, is she done? No, she's not. Okay. Sucks. Okay, so there's some shotgun shells, luckily. Keeps happening. Okay. Okay, so I have some enhanced handgun ammo, that's nice. Do not know where she is. Okay, she's laying more insect hive things. She would be possibly over here. Okay, she's definitely close. Where is she? Where is she? I guess she didn't respawn somewhere else. Oh, hi. Right. Of course, this is the absolute worst Marguerite fight I've ever done. But that's, of course. Oh, she's dead. We barely did it, lads.
My god.
And I actually have, I have 2 enhanced gun bullets, which is exactly what I want to have happened. Because we're not going to be using this handgun much anymore.
Just fucking stay dead, okay?
Alright, so I unfortunately had to use the strong first aid. So no strong chemical for me, but it's fine.
Not nearly as good as... I'm sick of bugs.
Yeah. His dad one-liners are so good in Village.
You're the one who's cursed. I think that's one of them.
Okay, so what can I get? I already got the shotgun shots. I'm just trying to remember what I've already gotten. I think I've already opened this. I've already gotten this stuff, I think.